Okay, we're live. Finally, had a little technical difficulty there. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I think we're good. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. The YouTube live has been a little janky there. Anyway, this is Brian from Bull Strength coming at you with another live stream. I know you guys have been waiting for a new video upload. I've been in the editing process for the last week or so with the last video. It's just taking me a little bit longer than I would like. But anyway, so we're going to hang out, lift some weights. Got 185 loaded up on the bar. I'm going to hit some sets with that, overhead press. And in between, we'll talk in the chat, do a little Q&A. And I plan on giving my thoughts on some of these new YouTube changes that have come down recently, these ridiculous changes. So if any of you guys, what's up, Watermelon? Yeah, so let's get started. So this is 185. I'm already warmed up, already ramped up, warmed up, ready to hit some sets here. Alrighty. So that's basically what I'm hitting today, 185, doing sets of 5 with 185. And then I'm going to do some joker sets. If any of you guys know the Beyond 531 program, it's kind of where I stole the joker set idea from. It's basically, if you get through your working sets and you got a little more juice left in the tank, it's perfectly fine to kind of ramp up to a higher weight. Just make sure you're still sub-maximal. Don't go over 95% or so. And you can hit a few extra singles if you're not satisfied. Hi, Chrissy. Hello. I'm not going to identify who you are. But hello there, Chrissy. You're doing shoulders today too? Nice. Did you hit some strict press? A little overhead press? Anyway, the YouTube. So YouTube changes. Well, I guess it has been 2 weeks since I uploaded to YouTube, but I did upload a rant about the YouTube changes to BitChute. So if you want to go to BitChute, look up Bull Strength. If you have a BitChute account, definitely subscribe to me over there. With this new kind of shift that's happening on YouTube, I just don't trust it anymore. I don't trust it as a stable platform. So I'm going to be paying more attention to BitChute. I'm going to start uploading to Daily Motion and a bunch of other, alt tech sites. It sucks because I really had my heart on YouTube. I love this website. But Susan Wojcinski, whatever her name is, she just keeps shooting herself in the foot continuously. 225 2x2. Oh, nice. That's pretty awesome. Sounds like you're about where I'm at. I just hit a 240 PR the other day, which that's kind of part of the next video I'm uploading. I'm just talking about how to ramp up to heavyweight. But yeah, if you're strict pressing 225, I'm sure I'm just preaching to the choir here. Dumbbell shoulder press. Oh, nice. Are you in the gym right now? You got a home gym or something? Let's see how long it's been. All right, I'm going to hit another set of 5 here, so I'll be right back. Good old military strict press. There is no better pressing variation in the world. Don't let the bench bros lie to you. In college. Oh, nice. Where you go to school? Yeah, like I said, it seems like I haven't uploaded in a while, but I did just upload a video 3 days ago to BitChute. So if you want to hear me rant very angrily about YouTube, definitely check that out. But I'm basically going to be parroting a lot of it here, so we're going to get into it a little bit. That's pretty cool. Chilling in a college gym, watching a live stream of a guy shoulder pressing while you shoulder press. A little inception going on there. Whew. I tell you, I could really use some deep tissue work. My shoulders are lit up. This training cycle for upcoming competition in February has been friggin' brutal. So I still haven't signed up for it. I'm not exactly on the roster yet. But yeah, I'm not 100% sold on this competition, only because they changed the events on the website like a month ago. So I was kind of preparing for like a truck pull and a car deadlift and a bunch of other stuff. And then they just basically switched everything up. So I don't know what I'm training for anymore. I guess I'm just having fun. And if a competition rolls around, I'll definitely be there. I'd really like to do another hybrid competition, like the strength camp challenge with Elliot Hulse. That was a lot of fun, for sure. I wish there was more sort of hybrid contests, like sort of a combination of powerlifting and strongman. I think that's a sweet spot right there. I really enjoyed that. What's the shit? University of Wisconsin. Nice. That is awesome. What you studying? Doing exercise science? So yeah, changes. We got some changes here to YouTube. So they've changed their entire harassment policy. I guess their bullying policy. And it has affected a few bigger channels. I'm sure, if any of you guys are, following this stuff, you're 100% aware of who got affected. PewDiePie got videos removed. iDubbbz, like really big channels on YouTube are getting hit by these changes. And as a smaller creator, the last thing I feel is safe right now, especially because, I feel like I've given constructive criticism about other people on YouTube, but I don't, they're so vague with their policies. I don't know if, it could qualify as harassment. And maybe one day I'm just going to have videos missing off my channel or something. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. That would be a damn shame. But that's exactly why I've expanded out to these other alt tech platforms like BitChute and soon to be a few more. So if you're following any alt tech stuff, definitely check me out. Oh, kinesiology, nice. Oh yeah, we don't have that here at USF. All right, I'm about ready to hit another set. I'm actually going to chalk up here. Let's get a little extra activation out of my forearms. So let's do it together. Just want to get a little tighter grip. See if I can get a few more fibers in my forearms activated. All right. Here we go. 5 more. This shit's feeling heavy today for some reason. Wish every day could be consistent. Anyway, yeah, so all this new anti-bullying, anti-harassment shit that YouTube's doing, I don't know if I'm going to get affected by it. They say the entire purge is not going to be finished until a few months from now. So who knows? It seems like I feel like they kind of sniped PewDiePie and iDubbbz. They kind of put a message out there. Like, it's not okay to talk shit on YouTube anymore, which sucks. It's one of the appeals of coming to YouTube is the drama. Getting involved with the community, seeing all the back and forth and infighting and crap. It's all entertaining. But what's really messed up is they're going to come after a bunch of smaller channels, people like me with 700 subs, people with 100 subs, 50 subs. They're just going to snipe your ass if they catch you talking shit. But your Conan O'Briens, your Stephen Colberts, your late night Jimmys, they're not going to get affected. They're not going to have anything removed. And these people attack people and belittle people and make fun of people on a daily basis. It's kind of become part of late night comedy. And it's like I said on BitChute, like once you're on YouTube, once you put yourself out there, you're basically a public figure and you're open to scrutiny. Somebody could come to my channel, download a bunch of clips, and make fun of me. You know what I mean? They could make compilation videos of me saying or whatever. Like, take a pick. I put myself out there, and I accept that one day I might be heavily criticized or made fun of or turned into a meme, and that's fine. That's the beauty of freedom of speech. We're allowed to talk shit about each other, as long as it's not anything harmful, illegal. But yeah, these bigger guys are not going to get removed. And I think that's the general trend on YouTube, is that they're sinking all these smaller creators. They're pushing us down in the algorithm too. I mean, they have these like preferred creators and verified creators and stuff like that now. So their content is getting pushed to the top, while, all these little guys that are just starting out, they might be putting out some really quality content, but just because of the way the algorithm works, they're not getting promoted. Just shit. It sucks. So I don't really like the direction it's going. I mean, I plan on sticking around. I'm going to be here until, hopefully I don't get removed or anything like that. But, I plan on sticking around. So anyway, I got 2 more sets here on the overhead press, strict press at 185. Then we're going to move up and do some jokers. I'm thinking maybe 205, hit some singles at 205. Nice, comfortable number. I don't know. I might get overzealous. Might go for 225 or something. All right. I think we are ready. Like, it's so sunny here in Florida. I'm like blinded. Every time I look out of the garage and look back in, like, can't see anything. It is a wonderful day here, by the way. Hence the being outside, in a tank top in the middle of December. Can't complain. Oh man, doing some good old-fashioned 5x5s. A little mix of intensity and volume. Whew. See, we got some other people in the chat. Feel free to chime in. Ask some questions, whatever you want to do. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, it seems like call-out channels especially are in danger. I'm sure, you guys that are pay attention to different people, fitness people on YouTube, may have heard of, Infinite Elgin Intensity or Every Damn Day Fitness or Pure Bull Fit, or these other channels that criticize people. I feel like those guys are in a lot of danger right now. Luckily, I haven't done a lot of calling out on my channel. I think Mark Ripto is pretty much the only coach that I've really gone after, aside from sort of a blanket carpet bomb of all of CrossFit. But yeah, hopefully I don't get affected. Yeah, I know you guys are waiting for some original content here, so I'll have something up, I promise. I'm almost done editing it. Honestly, some videos take longer than others. Man, I don't want to say this, but I mean, some videos, I'm just going to be honest, they're just kind of more boring. They're kind of more boring to edit. That might be a problem here with me on YouTube. I might need to just kind of be myself and just upload more content that I kind of flow with, So we'll see. It has kind of sputtered a little bit though, and I apologize for that. I feel like I'm not, I don't know, not always picking the right topics. And I end up losing interest. I come out the gates strong because I feel like I have a good idea, and then I get bogged down by editing. I'm very, how do you say, I guess, obsessed with detail, attention to detail, a little OCD maybe. So my editing processes usually take a little bit longer. So I try to put out the best content I can, pretty much. I never want to put something up and not feel good about it. So aside from, I guess, these live streams, which is basically just the entire thing's ad-libbed. Anyway, coming up on set number 5. One more. That one was a little sticky. All right, like I said before, if any of you guys have any general fitness questions, any kind of advice you guys want, go ahead and drop me a live chat. All right, moving up to 205. Just gonna hit some singles, nothing crazy. Whew. All right, we got 205 on the bar. I'm going to start banging out some singles here after I rest up a little bit. Oh, man. Man, it is so nice out. You snowbirds, you guys are missing out. It's the temperature here. Oh, shit, battery died. I was about to show you, but my thermometer died. Anyway, Feels like it's probably high 70s or so. We are so friggin' spoiled here. I do not miss snow and shoveling snow and driving in snow, going to work in snow. Shit sucks. I prefer this. My girlfriend disagrees. My girlfriend wants to leave the state because she's never left the state. That's a lie. She used to live in South Carolina when she was a kid, but she never lived in icy conditions as an adult, though. So keep trying to kind of have her pump the brakes a little bit. Like, let's think about it. You know, she wants to move straight into the mountains too, like Colorado and, you know, Utah. Just like it sounds like a good idea. I mean, Colorado and Utah, they're beautiful in pictures. You know, you actually get, you know, living through a winter in one of those states, though, it's brutal. I used to do a lot of work in Utah around Salt Lake City. And I mean, I remember one time we had a straight up blizzard that was so bad that you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you. And it was October. It was like halfway through October. Like, that is just brutal. It's depressing is what it is. It doesn't even make sense why Floridians are so depressed. Like, it is just, it's nice here all the time. You can go to the beach pretty much year round. But I think probably from like unreasonable expectations or something. Chat's a little quiet. Still here, Chrissy? You can ask me anything you want. Like I said, I'm not going to identify you. I would, but I'm not going to because it's the internet. All right, let's hit some singles. 205 on the bar. Whew, man, my shoulders are smoked. I've been working the shit out of them, if you couldn't tell. So basically, I've had a day of sort of speed training. I've been doing push presses once a week, strict presses once a week. So I'm basically doubled up on my shoulders. And then on one of my leg days, I do front squats where you have weight racked on your shoulders. How you doing? This is a male lady. But yeah, so that's pretty draining too. Especially because typically after I hit my front squat sets, I go for rack walks too. And that's probably why I feel a little bit defeated. The last day was a pretty hard front squat day with pretty tough rack walks. I think my shoulders have just had it. I might have to cool it a little bit, figure something out, because this should feel a lot easier. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but 205, I should not be having a hard time putting this weight up. Like I said, I hit a new personal record last week when I was recording the video that I'm about to put up. I hit a 240 strict press, overhead press. So I want to get up to 275. 275 is like my lifetime goal. If I can hit 275 overhead, I can hang my head up. I'm happy with that. 275 overhead, 405 bench press. You know, I don't want to be like a Larry Wheels or, you know, basically I don't want to have to get into a position where I have to do a bunch of drugs just to be at a certain strength level. I know there's guys my size that can just rep 405 and, guys my size that can bench 500 pounds, but I'm not willing to punish myself in order to get that weight. So, especially, I'm too old too. Like I've said before, I'm going on 36. I'll be 36 in June. So I'm not trying to break my body into pieces as I'm aging. Chat's still pretty quiet. Got some people lurking. No one talking. Feel free to talk. This is a hangout. God, it's bad. I'm looking at the screen right now, but I'm like an old person without glasses. I can't see shit. Everything's so bright outside. I should say an old person without glasses. If I did say that. But yeah, anyway, more about this this YouTube stuff. I think part of what's happening right now, we're kind of seeing crony capitalism at its worst right now. We're seeing a sort of microcosm of it on YouTube, where you have these like bougie millionaire, basically people that don't need YouTube money, and it's not just Stephen Colbert and Conan O'Brien and, late night comedians, Lily Singh, if you want to call her a comedian. But, you've got like Kevin Nealon and Jack Black. Like, what are you doing on YouTube? You're worth like $50 million. You trying to like squeeze out a few more pennies? Come on, dudes. I'm not saying that you shouldn't expand, your business. It's whatever, you're probably looking out for your family and your kids and stuff, building a little nest egg, and that's fine. But to have YouTube prioritize people just because they've been featured on TV, it's bullshit. It's cronyism. They're basically allowing these people to make a ton of money, and they're killing potential exposure for smaller channels. I know like comedy YouTubers have got to be, especially like commentary, reactionary YouTubers, have got to be really upset with these changes here, because it's definitely gonna affect them. But yeah, this new anti-harassment stuff. But yeah, I probably won't be affected as much. I don't know how many priority fitness creators there are. I'm pretty sure Mark Ripto is, ironically, because I keep getting these channel recommendations. It's like a new thing I've been getting on my phone, which is push notifications from YouTube recommending different channels to me. And it keeps recommending Starting Strength, which makes me think, Ripto must be a priority creator on YouTube. God knows how that happened. Dude's like, whatever. I'm not going to say anything unless you guys want to hear me rant about him. But I will say that what I said last time, the guy who commented on the video kind of suggesting that Mark Ripto probably has a bunch of alternate accounts and brigaded my video, very much likely. Very likely. Very suspicious that happened for sure. Like 33 downvotes within like 2 days. I didn't have any downvotes, and then boom, 33, and then nothing. I think I'm at like 35 or 36 total. So something's fishy. Something's a little weird, especially because it was sitting when I first uploaded it for like the first day, 2 days or so. It had like 12 or 13. Actually, it had more. I think it was like 17 upvotes and maybe one downvote. And then shablam, 33 overnight. And then no more for the most part. It's really odd. If Ripto is operating an entire legion of alternate accounts just to brigade people and downvote people. That's sad. That's really sad. All right, I'm gonna hit another single here. All right, that one felt a lot easier. All right, I'm gonna strip the weight down. I think I'm done with strict press. I'm gonna do a little log clean. Whew. All right, and that'll do it for overhead press. We'll put the bar back real quick. If you notice there with all those sets too, I was taking really long breaks, right? 3 to 5 minutes. Very important. Oh man. Yeah, I'm a little bit slightly disappointed. I feel like I underperformed a little bit there. I should have got more than 205, but it is what it is. That last rep went up pretty quick, so all right. All right. Some weight on here. Close up on my beard. Just get my clamps. Ugh. I'm actually probably just going to stop here in terms of the weight. We'll see how it feels. And one thing that really sucks about this log here is that these clamps, a little bit too big. They slide off. So I bought these like Home Depot style clamps, and they've been working pretty good. My friend Joe told me a brand to pick up. I have it in my favorite somewhere, but I definitely need to upgrade these pretty soon. These were extremely cheap. I got 4 of these for, I think it was like $10 or so. So, all right, got the log loaded up. Get my belt back on. All right, do a little set of log cleans. All right. Oh man. Woo. You want some good cardio? Log cleans. Log cleans is where it's at. I'll load up a little more weight. It actually felt pretty easy. Whew. Oh man. I'll tell you, one of the things that really sucks about doing log cleans with the belt, I'm going to try it without a belt. But I'll show you real quick before I take it off. But so you saw pretty much deadlifted it, rode it, sat it on my lap, sunk my hips, shot my hips forward to kind of get some momentum. Got that little triple extension. Well, basically during the clean portion, so imagine I'm lapping it, cleaning it, and as it's rolling up, it takes this little chunk of skin right here, and the log just like pinches it in between the log and the belt. And very commonly, I end up with these really nasty bruises from it. So I'm going to try to not use the belt. I don't feel like it really helps a whole lot anyway with cleans. I definitely need to get like a cloth belt or something like that, though. Bruising your belly sucks. Pinching that shit is really painful. All right, so 220, 205, to 1, and log clean. So I did 100 for 5. I'm about to do 120, 121 technically. Let's see if I can get another 5. Whew. So yeah, this is a great strongman movement here. It's just a great movement in general. Like I said, it is a full body smoker, and you can definitely get a legit cardio session just from doing log cleans. But it just has fantastic carryover between the log clean and the front squat. I feel like they have fantastic carryover in the strongman. Obviously, I don't really bench press anymore. Every once in a while, I kind of do it. It's more of a way to like tickle my ego, or like it's like ego lifting pretty much, because bench press is so much easier than overhead press. Like last time I benched was like maybe 2 weeks ago, and all I did was I just loaded up 315 and hit it for as many reps as I could for a few sets. So I feel like bench press, for me at least, is more of an accessory for sure. Definitely not a primary movement in strongman, which is a breath of fresh air. I got tired of benching all the freaking time. Even for, the strength camp challenge, there was a bench press event in there. And honestly, I was just so freaking tired of benching, especially because it was, for my weight division, it was 185 for reps. So basically, like they say in the Army, you train how you fight. So I was doing a whole lot of AMRAPs with 185. Basically what I would do is I would do a sort of like an intensity volume week. And then I would do a higher intensity week, like where I would hit maybe triples, and then another week where I would hit doubles on bench. And then the second bench day, I would basically AMRAP with 185, track that number, and then I would hit maybe some overhead press, some like Z press or something like that. And yeah, so it worked out pretty good. I got second place, which was a little disappointing, but is what it is. On the bench press, not overall. Overall, I got fourth place. So I didn't even walk home with anything. Very disappointed. But to be honest, or to be fair, I was competing in a novice division. And one of the guys there, I don't want to take away anything that he did because, I mean, he's obviously a gorilla. He was strong as fuck. But, yeah, he was just way stronger than me. Dude was like 300 pounds. When I hit my 585 deadlift, I thought I had won. As a matter of fact, the referee, who I'm friends with, he thought I won too, and I didn't. I did not. The more strongman focused events killed me, especially the farmer's walk. Man, I'm kicking myself over that too. I really should have got a coach, at least for one session or two sessions, just to kind of walk me through the farmer's walk technique. I didn't even know that I was doing it completely wrong. But yeah, I ended up doing, I forget what it was, like 30 yards or something like that with the 185 pound implements. But I was walking very slow the entire time. I did not know that in competition, you're actually supposed to run as fast as you can. So I feel like I could have got a lot more distance there. I probably could have placed. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, whatever. Is what it is. Take the L and, move on to the next one. So, all right, I'm going to hit some log cleans. If you guys tuning in now, I've already hit my overhead press. I did a 5x5 with 185 and 205 for some singles. So right now I'm doing some log cleans with 120. Come on. Oh, shit. Woo. All right, I'm going to load up a little more weight, actually. We'll do 140. Woo. Oh, man. My heart rate down. Whew. That is legit cardio. That or I am legit out of shape. That sucks. I've been getting lazy with my steady state cardio. Typically I do biking. I got where I live, there's this big trail that runs through all of Tampa Bay called the Tampa Bay Trail. I usually bike that all the way down to Line Ball, which if you live in Tampa, you know why I stop at Line Ball. So I bike down to Line Ball, bring it back. It's about 12 miles. I was doing that every week. Either that or I'd take a car out to a nature preserve and I would go through the preserve to the Suncoast Trail, which basically it's like this bike trail that runs parallel to the turnpike or the expressway, whatever, the toll road, veterans. Yeah, so pretty much ride that for about 25 miles or so. I was really consistent doing it once a week, but I have this habit of getting obsessed with strength and hyper focusing on strength. Chat's still chilling. We got some lurkers. Feel free to not lurk. It's okay to talk. If you guys have any questions, any comments, you guys want to talk shit about YouTube or Susan Wojcinski or whatever her name is. But yeah, speaking of that, for you guys tuning in, I am expanding out to other platforms. I know I'm talking to people on YouTube, so you probably don't have any interest in leaving YouTube. But especially if you're a creator, it would behoove you to kind of establish a presence on multiple different platforms. The terms of service just keep changing and changing and changing with YouTube to the point of it doesn't feel safe anymore. You know, and I think that was the point when they unveiled these new rules, harassment rules. You know, taking down PewDiePie and iDubbbz, you know, that was on purpose. That was to kind of hit us psychologically a little bit, you know, get us thinking like, you know, if they can hit them, they can hit me. So, yeah, if you are a creator, I highly recommend, you know, if you're a live streamer, get on DLive, which I have yet to do. I'm a bit of a hypocrite. For some reason, OBS, like any kind of streaming, I suck at setting it up. I was doing Twitch for a little while, streaming video games, but like the whole OBS, setting it up and all that shit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a boomer or whatever. Technically a millennial. But yeah, I had a hard time. So I would be on DLive right now if I wasn't such an old man, didn't understand technology. But yeah, you got BitChute, Dailymotion. Take your pick. Now is the time to expand outwards. Don't rely on this gravy train because YouTube is serving gravy exclusively to priority creators now. So, you know, it's really not fair, but it is what it is. Just like on the video I just uploaded to BitChute, I did not upload an anti-YouTube rant to YouTube. So if you want to check that out, that's up on the Bull Strength channel on BitChute. But basically, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. YouTube is basically following the MySpace business model, okay? Any of you guys that are around my age, somewhere in your 30s, 40s, whatever, you probably remember MySpace being a big thing, and everyone had a MySpace page. You know, nowadays it's what's your Twitter, what's your Instagram. Back then it was what's your MySpace. And, you know, MySpace killed itself by giving, basically, for one, taking away all of the customization options that made it great. So basically screwing over the little guy. And then what MySpace did is they gave priority to a bunch of celebrities, a bunch of musicians, you know, and TV celebrities and stuff. And MySpace, you know, it stopped being about the little guy. It stopped being a more personal platform, and it became this like promotional thing, you know, for bigger creators on MySpace. YouTube is doing the exact same thing. They're following the MySpace business model. I won't say lockstep. It's not step for step. They're kind of unrolling these restrictions and changes and, you know, priority creator algorithm changes little by little. And I can tell you one day it's going to bite YouTube in the ass. One day, I honestly think 5-10 years from now, YouTube will be irrelevant. It'll be replaced by something, whether it is BitChute or Daily. I doubt it'll be Dailymotion, but BitChute is kind of like the hot up and comer. The only thing with BitChute is it's like the Wild West right now. There's no regulation. It's literally the Wild West. There's some highly offensive content on there. But, you know, if you're not a little bitch and things like that don't bother you, then, you know, you just ignore the things you don't like, you know, just like when you watch TV, you don't have to tune in to a TV show that you don't like just so you can bitch about it. You have the option to change to the channel, right? So if I see something on BitChute that I don't like, I'm not going to watch it. I don't need Big Brother to come in and take the video away. Like I didn't know it was bad in the first place. It's just so freaking stupid. The tech censorship has just gotten dumb in general. All right, we still have a bunch of people lurking. Like I said, feel free to talk. This is an open forum. We can do Q&A. Whew. For real, though. You need to look at MySpace YouTube. You need to look at what MySpace did. You need to look at the things that caused MySpace to die. Because, yeah, you're following them step for step, just in a much slower implementation than MySpace. With MySpace, it was like you went from one day having your customized page and all that crap to boom, like it's gone, no more customization, you know. And now I don't even know. I think MySpace is still up, like as a website, but I don't know anybody that goes there. I don't know anybody that has a MySpace profile. It's kind of more something that's, you know, joked about. And one day we'll be joking about YouTube too, because they are following the same dumb shit mistakes. You're promoting the bougie people that are multimillionaires, pushing them up in the algorithm, and therefore pushing everybody else down. It just doesn't have that organic feeling anymore like it used to. So anyway, this has been a very long rest interval here. So I'm about to hit 140. So stand by. Two more. Light. Come on, one more. Easy. Come on, lightweight. That's a lot of fun. 120 for a set of 5, 140 for a set of 5. I think I'm going to stay at 140. Really need to work on my clean. You notice what I have here? It's a logbook. If you're not logging your exercises, you're doing it wrong. You're setting yourself up for a very short-term stint in the gym. And if you're relying on other people to get you motivated, that's even worse. Because what's going to happen when they go away? Right? Intrinsic passion. You got to find it within you. And it starts here. It starts with logging. This right here, it's every workout I've done since 2011. Every single one. All fully filled out from top to bottom. And this one's filled up too, actually. This one I have right now. I'm literally on the back page. I have nothing left. So got room for one more workout on here. And then I'm done because it's completely full. So Remember, guys, it is the number one piece of advice I'm going to give you for staying long-term, for staying committed, is logging. Logging, right? When I come in the gym and I have an agenda, right? So like today, I'm going to overhead press, right? I was going to do sets of 5. So all I had to do was go back to the last time I did sets of 5 to look, last time I hit 185, get an idea of what I did last time. And it's going to give me a very, very precise idea of what I'm going to be able to hit today, right? So it's the number one thing. And like I've said in past videos, getting competitive is a great way to kind of lock yourself in. So finding yourself a nice little sport is going to go a long way in keeping you motivated in the long term. But the most important thing is logging your shit. You're never going to do better if you don't know what you did last time, right? I can literally go back. As a matter of fact, we're on stream right now, so let's go back to when I was way weaker and see what I was doing, right? So we got 2014, December 6th, 2014. I did, oh wait, these are speed sets. So bench press, I only got 8 sets with 255. Oh, I was running, this was vanilla 531 that I was running back in 2014. This was probably like 5 months after my first competition. But yeah, 3 reps with 280 on bench. It's a journey. Getting into fitness, it's a lifestyle change. You can never, ever, ever, ever think of it in terms of short-term goals, right? So like, you need to get ready for a wedding, or I need to fit into this pair of pants, or I want to be able to bench 315, or I want to look better, I want to lose weight. What's going to happen when you lose weight? Let's say you're 180 pounds and you want to get down to 150. What do you do after you hit 150? What else do you have after that? You've hit your goal. You only set one goal. What else do you have after you hit that goal? You got nothing. So it's very important that you mix in a lot of variety. I've talked about this ad nauseum on my channel in several different videos. Logging and putting a lot of emphasis on goal variety is very, very, very important for long-term success. Very important. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going for these single goals, and you're going to sputter out. It's going to get boring. It will get boring. I've seen a lot of people drop out because they're not logging, because they're not passionate. Once you start, it's like one of those things where, they say to like fake it till you make it kind of thing. If you are pretending to take it seriously, essentially, by just logging everything you're doing, just write everything down. You don't even have to think about it. Just write your shit down. This is my first powerlifting coach that I had back in 2012. Man, he was. This is part of the reason why I'm up your guys' asses about it, is that he was up my ass about it all the time. He would ask me, Brian, where's your notebook? Are you logging your workouts? You got to log your workout. I heard it ad nauseum. Every single time we had a training session, he would beat it into my head. You got to log. And, I just basically started doing it and never looked back. I've been, I just showed you the whole stack here, including this notebook that's now full. I mean, it's like a fucking dictionary. Look at how many pages it's ridiculous. From 2012 all the way to 2019, almost 2020. I've been logging every single workout for the last 8 years. And I will tell you 100% that is what has led to me being more consistent. Yeah, to any of you guys that are asking, like, how do I get more consistent? I can't give you a better piece of advice than that. Log your shit. Log it. Just start doing it. One day it's going to make sense. It might not make sense at first. Just start writing stuff down. All right. Get 5 more. Oh, easy. Man, one more. Come on. Lightweight. Easy. Man, that feels so much better without a belt. Imagine that. Not having a 2-inch strip of my skin pinched feels a lot nicer. Whew. Man, I don't think I'll ever use a belt again on log cleans. Whew. All right. It's been over an hour. Here, stand by just for 1 second. Oh, cool. All right. I got one more set to do. I think I'm just going to keep streaming. Let's keep hanging. Very happy that you guys, whoever you are watching very consistently. Oh, check this out. So my girlfriend has been getting really big into making stained glass. She's gotten really big into like knitting and crocheting. She made me this cool little washcloth. This is my gym rag, like my sweat rag. She knitted this like camo pattern little thingy, little sweat rag. So she's precious. If you guys want to follow her, she's not actually on YouTube yet. I keep trying to push her, start making videos. I've even offered to help make them for her. But she does have a TikTok. So if you have a TikTok, look up Pim Pennsylvania, and that's Pennsylvania with a J. It's basically Jim Pennsylvania, but swapping the J and the P. So Pim Pennsylvania on TikTok. You will find my girlfriend's account. There used to be a video of me up on her account too, but I got legitimate death threats. I mean, like, people were threatening to kick my ass, have their boyfriends kick my ass, their fathers kick my ass. There was 2 guys that threatened to stab me. They were basically like, oh, because she recorded a video of me deadlifting just to put up for fun. It was just like a joke video. And like every guy that watched that video basically got really insecure which, I'm sure, when you're in shape, you kind of invite that kind of stuff. But yeah, there were guys like, oh, you can lift all that weight. You're so strong. Like, what's all that strength going to do against a knife? I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you threatening to kill me? I'm just deadlifting. And I'm not going to counter back. I could have countered back. There was one guy, he said something threatening. And I was like, why are you so pissed off? Am I stronger than your boyfriend? And he got really insecure and deleted his comment. But yeah, TikTok, it's a weird crowd there. I was very surprised to get legitimate death threats, like people actually wanting to kill me. And I'm not going to play that game, be like, oh, try me. Oh, you're going to bring a knife to a gunfight? Because, you would be. Would not be very smart. But, I'm not going to start playing into people's dumb shit. So basically, the video got so much harassment on it, so many people threatening to take my life that she had to take her video down. So once again, that's her TikTok. It's Pim Gensylvania. It's an inside joke. I have a lot of really weird sayings. But yeah, death threats over a deadlift video. It's very weird. I've never saw it on Instagram. I never got a single death threat on Instagram. Never got a single death threat. I got one death threat on YouTube, but it wasn't a serious one. Someone got triggered over, I think it was the first fat acceptance video I put up. Someone got really, really triggered. I think that's like one of like 2 people that I've actually banned from my channel. You've seen, if you want to know how I feel about free speech, just look at the Mark Ripto video. Just look in the comments. You're allowed to say whatever you want to me. But if you say some dumb shit, like, expect me to come back. I'm going to make you feel stupid. Especially if you have videos on your channel. Think twice before you, come at me insulting me and shit like that. But anyway, I appreciate my YouTube fan for not giving me death threats. It's always a plus. Ooh, man, I really like doing log cleans without the belt. I think I just need to get a thinner one because there's probably a 1/4 inch of leather, something like that. Maybe a little more than a 1/4 inch, especially because it's kind of older and it's kind of fraying a little bit. But man, having the log pinch my skin, having the log sit on it, that shit fucking hurts. And I'd have these bruises, these horizontal bruises across my stomach. Disgusting. I get those kind of commonly though. If I'm doing really heavy deadlifts, if I'm somewhere in the 600s, something about I guess it's the amount of pressure, intra-abdominal pressure, not intra-abdominal pressure, but just core pressure in general. It just makes a bunch of blood vessels burst. Oh man. It's actually a video I've been playing with is talking about the dark side of weightlifting basically, and going into all the little nuances that you don't think are common. I don't know. It might be a little bit too gross though, a little too vulgar. I don't know. It wouldn't be my first vulgar video. If you've seen the one on poop health, that's probably the most disgusting video I've ever made. No, that is the most disgusting video I ever made. But it's informative. It's well-intentioned. It's just talking about poop, There's no clean way to talk about poop. All right. David Jones. Hello, young man. How's it going? Love the vids. What's up, David? Nice to see you again. I'm doing pretty good. Just got done with some overhead press. And right now I'm hitting some sets with log cleans. I'm about to hit one more set. And I was going to turn the camera off and just kind of hit some accessory lifts, but still got a few people hanging out. So I'm just going to, let's do them together. Let's do some accessory lifts together. So what's up, David? You got any questions? You want to talk to me? I know you're very active in chat usually, so I've been basically just rambling about everything from blood vessels bursting from weightlifting to YouTube censorship to I've been just all over the place. So losing my voice, man. I'm pretty introverted, believe it or not. I'm a pretty hardcore introvert. So I don't do a lot of talking like this. It's another reason why the upload frequency is a little bit slower. I'm literally kind of shy. You wouldn't know it from watching me stream, but looking big, sir. Thank you. Still preparing for competition. Coming up the first week of February. If any of you guys are in the Orlando area, I'll put out more. Don't commit to it. Don't go buying tickets yet because I'm not actually on the roster yet. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, the website kind of changed. The events changed. I was training for a semi truck pull, car deadlift. I forget what else, but at Atlas Stone something, I don't remember. But basically, I was training for a bunch of other events, and then they just changed the events like a month ago. So I don't know. We'll see. To me, it's like they're not quite as interesting. The only one that's kind of interesting is they have this. It's like kind of like old school, like Celtic rock lifting. It's not an Atlas Stone. It's not like a round ball. Like it's actually just this irregular shaped fucking like 200-pound rock. You know, like from Braveheart when like I know that movie came out like in 1994, but. You know, if any of you guys have seen Braveheart, when they have the rock throwing contest and they're like picking up these heavy stones and stuff, it's pretty much like that. So that's pretty much the only interesting one. There's a car push and pull, which seems kind of neat, and then some kind of Husafel. No, they took the Husafel stone out. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what I'm training for anymore. I'm just getting strong. You know, I'm definitely competing in 2020. There's no doubt. It's a question of when now. I definitely want to do the Tampa Bay Strongman, which I believe will be in October or November. But yeah. All right. Going to go hit another set. If any of you guys got questions or comments, leave them in the chat, and let's keep this going. All right, this is just 140. Come on. Come on. Easy. 2 more. All right, last one. Come on. Easy. I'll tell you what, it's hard, but it's so much better than running on a treadmill. That is a far superior form of cardio, and you can't change my mind. Resistance cardio is king. Everything else sucks. Minus biking. I like biking. Do I win money? I think there is a grand prize for this one. With the last one, with the strength camp, it was $1,000, which obviously I didn't win because I didn't place. I'm pretty sure it will be. I don't know if we're getting it though. I know that there's some sort of a charity sponsor, and I think all the money's going to the charity. So either way, I'd be happy to donate to charity, although I could really use the money for sure. But yeah, typically with strongman, a lot of times there is cash prizes. Unlike with powerlifting, you get a plastic trophy and a pat on the back, maybe a handshake or two. But really, powerlifting is not for money. It's for glory. It's for clout. You know, unless you're competing, you know, like the Arnold Sports Festival. And I assume the IPF, the International Powerlifting Fed, which is the biggest powerlifting federation, falls under the Olympic Committee. So it's big time. So I imagine the IPF, there's cash rewards for that. But typically with powerlifting, there's no glory. It's more, I say there's no fortune. There is glory. There's no fortune. It's more about testing yourself, seeing what you can do. And if you're on the fence about competing in powerlifting, freaking do it. Just do it. It's a lot of fun. The people there, you know, I've pretty much have seen nothing but good vibes. You know, you get those like douchebags every now and then with powerlifting, but for the most part, there's a lot of camaraderie. Everyone wants to see each other do well. You know, everyone trains their ass off for a powerlifting meet. And, you know, whether you're competing against the guy on the platform or not, you're cheering for him because you just want to see him do well. It's a very weird sport. They call it competitive powerlifting, but it's not very competitive. It's very, very friendly. It's a very friendly sport. Strongman, not quite as friendly. Definitely, you know, a lot of cheering and, you know, encouraging other lifters and stuff. But I get the vibe that there's a lot more will to win. And I felt that, you know. I placed fourth out of, there was at least 12 people in my division. But not getting third. There's a clip in my recap of the competition. It's towards the end where I'm like sitting here like this. That was me waiting for the announcement of who was getting third place. And then you see my hands drop and I do this. That was my reaction. I wanted to place so bad. And like I said earlier in the stream, if I would have learned how to properly do farmer's walks, I very well could have won. Or at least got, not won. Obviously, there was a dude that was like 300 pounds in my division. But I could have at least got third place, which is what it is. I just wanted something shiny to take home. Oh, love the t-shirt. Who's that? I don't stream on Twitch anymore. Like I said earlier, you know, I'm too much of a boomer. OBS and shit like that, I have a hard time getting it to work. And I'm sure I could get it to work if I put in more elbow grease, but it's such a pain in the ass. It's part of the reason why I'm not on DLive right now either. I would be on DLive. But yeah, Twitch was fun. I'd like to get back to Twitch. I don't know about doing IRL streams. I wouldn't mind, you know, just setting up a camera and playing some games, just shooting the shit with you guys. But yeah, we'll see. I might get back on Twitch someday. Who is Ace? Is this Barf from Twitch? Old Man Brian. This is, I think this is Banda. So this was a guy that would get into all my Twitch streams and basically entertain everybody with with these like hilarious, ridiculous comments. Almighty Banda. Holy shit, he found me. Weren't you already subscribed? At some point, I thought you subscribed to my YouTube. All right, I'm going to grab a couple of dumbbells, and I'll be back in like 2 seconds because they're right there. All right, breaking out the big boys, the 25s. All right. Whew. Fuck it, just stay on YouTube, man. Oh man, Brian, please help with bench and overhead press. That shit is killing me. David, so to answer your question, why would I expand out to other video platforms? It's basically everything that I said about YouTube earlier in the video. Basically how the terms of service, they just keep changing over and over. Now we got this new like weird anti-harassment shit. It's just a big pain in the ass. It's hard to keep up, man. You know, you think you're doing the right thing, and then YouTube changes the terms of service. I lost count of my curls here. It's okay. Ugh. And YouTube changes the terms of service, and then it ends up retroactively screwing everybody over. So, like I was saying, if you are a creator, if you're on YouTube, it would definitely behoove you to expand outward, get onto other platforms, get onto DLive. Probably not Twitch, because Twitch sucks too, in the same way that YouTube sucks. It's very, very clicky. It's not an open platform. They have preferred creators and verified creators and all the same shit. And it's a shit show. If you've ever been to IRL, if you're really interested in how bad Twitch is, there's a YouTuber named It's a Gundam. And he'll give you a very clear insight as to how bad Twitch really is. Between double standards with rules. And I mean, Twitch has become like the IRL streams. It's like Pornhub Lite, or not Pornhub, but like Chatterbait. You got girls with their boobs just hanging out, or their asses like they're doing yoga with camel toe. And I think I have some family in here, so I apologize for that. But you know, you got girls that are basically showing off their assets, and the streams like it's not about anything else. It's just ethoughts showing off. You got like Bella Delphine types selling their piss over the internet, and it's become a complete shit show on Twitch. And to answer your question there, Banda, it's part of the reason why I don't really stream there. Twitch just has too many problems, and I don't feel like it's a really good fit for fitness personalities. So, all right, let's catch up here. This guy's doing a lot of talking. Oh, by the way, I have a moderator on the Twitch channel. I'm pretty sure he banned you because he was getting a lot more pissed off at you than I was. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one that pulled the trigger there. So, but you were kind of clouding up the chat a little bit. Bench and overhead, 176.5 on bench. Oh, times 5. 110 by 5. Overhead press. Squat is 330 for 6, and deadlifts is 340 for 5. Those aren't bad numbers. You should be proud of that. That's not bad at all. What are you running a program? You doing like starting strength or strong lifts? Let me know what program you're running. We'll see what we can do. Most likely there's not enough variation going on if you're plateauing. Push-pull legs. So you're just kind of running your own program? I mean, what do you go for in terms of reps? Are you writing your shit down? Are you recording it? If you're not tracking your workouts, That's number one. You got to write everything down. I already did a long rant on recording workouts. I showed off my entire archive here of the last almost 9 years or almost 8 years worth of lifting. So if you're not logging your shit, that's numero uno. That's where you're messing up, man. Push-pull legs. Brad Newton program. I log my compound lifts on Discord. Okay, good job. I don't know what that Discord. Discord is like it's like a Skype kind of thing, isn't it? It's like a chat. How you logging it in a chat? Keep in mind, I'm basically a Gen Xer. You call me Old Man Brian. I am Old Man Brian. I'm about to turn 36 here. So, all right, I'm going to do another set. This time I'm going to keep count. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Okay. All right. Fitness group. Oh, okay. Fitness group and Discord. I don't know who Brad Newton is, but generally, what are you working with? Sets of 5, sets of 8, sets of 2, sets of 3. What's the general theme? Just describe to me what you do with your compound lifts. And then whether you're doing a secondary movement too. Are you doing a similar motor pattern for your secondary movement? Because that's very important. So for example, on a bench press day, you might want to do some seated shoulder press. Just find a way to do another press. It's a good way to kind of load up on a little extra volume with a similar motor pattern without actually blowing yourself out by just doing the same motor pattern too much. The moderator banned me. I just 8 to 12 reps, but I plateaued on that real quick. Now I'm trying 5 reps of 5 sets. Okay, so 5x5s. 5x5s are good. Sets of 5 are definitely great for force production. It's pretty much the best rep range you're going to find for force production as long as your RPE is right. So in other words, as long as you're putting in the right amount of effort with those 5 reps. What I'm going to recommend to you, definitely the 8 to 12s are not going to help you at all. That's more of a bodybuilding style rep range. It's really good for hypertrophy, for building type 1 muscle fiber and kind of getting that fluffy, puffy look. But it is not a very great rep range for building raw strength. So you're on the right track there with your 5x5s, but you need to work in some more rep ranges below 5 reps. So what I would recommend, and this was, I was doing 5x5s for a long time. Muscle mass? Okay. Well, it's one or the other. So you're either going to go for strength or hypertrophy. You know what I mean. Technically, building strength is building hypertrophy. It's just a different way of doing it. You're building your fast twitch muscle fiber. So you're just trying to look swollen. You're trying to look jacked. If that's the case, then just find a bodybuilding program and stick to some kind of a high rep bodybuilding program. Maybe get into German volume training, which are 10x10s. I did German volume. That was one of the first programs I ran, actually. And I got results very, very quickly, but it's 10x10, 10 sets of 10 on like 5 to 8 different lifts. So the volume is extremely high. You better be eating right or you're going to be feeling crippled. You got to put a high emphasis on the amount of food you're eating when you're putting in that much volume. So keep that in mind. But yeah, if looking better is the thing you're going for, go for a bodybuilding program. Like I said, German volume training is good. Other than that, I'm not really familiar with too many bodybuilding programs. You're just going to kind of have to look into that on your own. You got to log your shit, though. Get a pen and paper. Like one of the things that I like to do, or I should say that I started doing, this is my second notebook that I dropped some money on. So that's actually what I recommend. Like get a nicer notebook. This is like one of those ones you would find at Barnes and Noble, in like the journal section. Get yourself a nicer, more aesthetic notebook and just start writing everything down. Okay. It's going to feel tedious at first. It might not even make sense at first. But the pieces will start coming together the more that you do it. So start logging your stuff for one, for sure. If you are interested in building strength, instead of just hypertrophy, 531. 531 was like, it was pretty much magical. The amount of strength that I gained on 531 was astronomical. It was quick. And you're going to get pretty freaking swole looking too. Your traps are going to blow up. Your shoulders are going to blow up. Your legs are going to get thick. So definitely Jim Wendler's 531, or 531 or Beyond 531. Sorry. Beyond 531 is a great program too. All right, let's see. Trying to go low reps on compounds and do moderate to high reps on isolation, 10 sets. Jesus, 10 sets. Where can I find that German volume thingy? Just search German volume training. The program that I had, the German volume program that I had, it was off of bodybuilding.com. So yeah, just I don't know how you would search for programs. I haven't been to that website in forever, but just look up bodybuilding.com German volume training, and it should have the exact program that I used to run. So, but yeah, German volume training. If you're trying to look swole, because like I said, I mean, the proof or the what would you say? Proof is in the pudding, or what? I don't know how you would say it, but it's in the name, basically. Volume. It's a shitload of volume. It is a lot of volume. It's like 8 different exercises that you're doing for 10 sets of 10. So you're gonna be in the gym for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It is no joke. But like I said, if you're trying to just build strength and you're not as worried about hypertrophy, and you're kind of plateauing on those 5x5s, definitely look into 531. Like I said, very highly recommended. If you got time, read the book. The book is only like 35 pages. It's more of like a little PDF pamphlet. It's not even like a full book. It's an easy read. And then Beyond 531, obviously, once you start plateauing on 531, you might want to look into Beyond or just go straight for Beyond. All right, I'm going to hit another set here. I've been training for 7 months. So can I swap programs right now? Yeah. Are you preparing for a competition? Are you preparing for a powerlifting meet or a bodybuilding show? If the answer is no, then yeah, you can change your program at any time. Just make sure you're listening to your body, right? So if you're feeling really burnt out, don't be afraid to deload. Don't be afraid to take a little time off. Make sure you're still getting in the gym, but cut back on the volume, cut back on the amount that you're lifting. Take a little break. You got to listen to your body. If you don't listen to your body, you're going to have no choice but to listen to your body because you're going to be injured. Oh man, building up these bicep tendons. Whew, man, I'm getting hungry. All I've had is breakfast. I did not expect this stream to go so long. I think this is the longest stream I've had. Ugh. Too scrawny and weak for 6 times a week you go to the gym. 5 times if you feel like a lazy pig. All right. That's unnecessary. 5 times a week, that's fantastic, dude. I would feel good about that. Bicep curls. 3 by 20-ish, because I was very distracted doing these. All right, I'm going to do some banded flies. Hit my testicles a little bit. So I'm going to use the big red today. I'm going to go high resistance. So because I don't have access to a cable machine, I'm going to be real creative. So I'm going to show you how I do chest flies. In just 1 second, I'll be right back. Man, I'm feeling a pump. Let's take these off. I don't need these anymore. Yeah, that's good, man. If you're going 6 times a week, I'd be very happy with that. If you're going 5 times a week, don't beat yourself up. What are you trying to do there, Banda? You just trying to get bigger? Dumbbell chest flies. If your armpit's feeling sore, that's a bad sign there. You got your serratus anterior. What's the other one? You got your lats that run through there and your serratus anterior. So if you are feeling pain in your armpits after doing flies, you need to work on strengthening those muscles for sure. Something in that local region, something local to your armpits is either not strong enough or it's way too tight. So you need to work on your lats and your serratus a little bit. So what you can do for that, you can do some dumbbell pullovers, right? So like laying down, pull a dumbbell back, pretend I'm laying down right now. Pull a dumbbell back, get a good stretch out of your lats and your serratus, and use those muscles to pull it over. You got to start working on them those little muscles. It's a very sensitive area. Shoulders are a bitch. If you got one little thing that's off, you can end up having an entire kinetic chain breakdown. So you need to address that armpit pain before it turns into something. Do I like wrestling? Your serratus, like I said, pullovers, dumbbell pullovers, skull crushers. Skull crushers are good. And any type of cable variation of those exercises. Also, shoulders are very complicated. You've got a lot of little tiny muscles in there. So you should probably work in some different rotation exercises too. Right? So you want to hit your rhomboids, you want to hit your rotator cuffs, you want to hit all those little tiny muscles. So even get something like a mini band and doing external rotations, because the point is you don't know where the problem is, right? In order to determine that, either you would have to meet with a personal trainer and have them actually diagnose the exact problem, or you'd have to see like a physical therapist or somebody that's, well versed in sports medicine to actually diagnose that. So it's hard to tell where it's coming from. So your best bet is to basically strengthen everything in that local area, and make sure you're doing fascia release too. Okay. So, foam rollers, stuff like this. This right here, this wad ball, this thing is a blessing, right? So not only might something be weak in that local area, something might also be tight. So if you got a lot of tension, if you got a lot of tightness, it might be causing some tension on your lats, which is making your armpit hurt, or possibly your serratus anterior. So what you want to do is kind of take the, lacrosse ball or a wad ball or something similar, and can you see? So you're just going to like put it up against something, hit your rear deltoids, right? Hit your front deltoids, hit your pec minors, hit your lats, actually hit the muscles that are directly connected to your armpits. Dig in there. It's going to hurt. You're going to be really sore. But yeah, dig in there, do some fascia release, work on strengthening all those smaller muscles. Do I like wrestling? Not really. I used to watch it when I was a kid. Like Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Undertaker, Brett, and Owen Hart. That's how far back I go. But yeah. Are you about to say something about wrestling? Yeah, I hope that helps there, Banda. Just make sure you're working on strengthening all those little muscles and do some kind of fascia release. Or, if you don't feel like taking the lacrosse ball and doing all that crap, go see a massage therapist. Go get a deep tissue massage done. And tell them, when you go and see your massage therapist at first, you should be able to get a massage for like 45, 50 or $60 for an hour pretty easily. But when you get in there, when you see your massage therapist, tell them what's wrong. Tell them what hurts. Tell them what kinds of ranges of motion are hurting you, because I'm sure that there's a trigger for your armpit hurting. I'm sure it's not just hurting all the time. So whatever that trigger is, it seems like dumbbell flies, like you said. So let them know that dumbbell flies, basically adducting your arms, is causing you pain in your armpits. And a massage therapist is going to know exactly how to fix that. So these are ghetto flies. Basically, I take a high resistance band, bring together. This is very effective. It might not look like much, but it's got it where it counts. Ooh. All right. So that is how we do chest flies without a cable machine. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question there, Mr. Banda. If you got any other questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. I don't know why you asked that, David. Are you a fan of wrestling? I think, didn't you tell me last time you were in chat that I looked like Chris Jericho? Actually, I had no idea what you were talking about. I thought you were like referencing something from the TV show Jericho. I totally forgot that was the name of a pro wrestler. But after Googling, I'm going to say you're right. That guy could easily pass as my brother. Very similar genetics. All right. Let's get this wrapped up. Man, we've been almost here for 2 hours. 2, 3, 4. Got to get it just right on your back. There we go. 6. Oh, man. All right. Woo. One more set. I think I'm about taxed out there, guys. I don't think I'm going to be here much longer. Refreshed. Refresh the chat. Last question. Shoot, Banda. David, if you want to elaborate more on your wrestling comment, unless you were just about to tell me again that I look like Chris Jericho. Oh, man. Another thing you might be doing wrong is not warming up properly there, Banda. So maybe your shoulders aren't completely warmed up by the time you start lifting, but you're either weak, not properly warmed up, or you got some tightness. So do what I do. Check them all off at once. Just do them all at the same time. I want to gain weight because my arms look way too small. Okay. Are you eating enough food? That's the key. Calorie balance. I'm like 20% body fat, so I got to cut. But I don't know if you agree with me. I mean, 20%. Well, first of all, this is funny. You've been hanging out in my stream since Twitch, and I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. So that's going to be very important information there. So are you 20% as a guy or 20% as a girl? Oh, wait, never mind. No, never mind. You got a 340 deadlift. Never mind. You're a guy. So, and I'm not saying the girls can't get a 340 deadlift. I'm just saying that Almighty Banda is kind of new to the gym. So, yeah, you're obviously a guy. I don't know why YouTube didn't let it appear. 20%. 20%, you could go a little bit lower. You don't have visible abs right now or anything like that. So I would cut more. I know you want to put on size. It's just a question of what you want to look like, Do you want to be just strong and bulky looking? Like, do you want to look like Eddie Hall? Or, something similar? Like, do you want to look like a strongman that's kind of fat looking a little bit? I'm not knocking Eddie. Eddie's a beast, but he's the beast. But it's a question of what you want. Do you want to look like a monster, or do you want to look, more like, oh, you can't see Arnold. I got a picture of Arnold over here, but are you trying to look more like a bodybuilder, basically? So do you want to look like a strongman or a bodybuilder? That's what you got to ask yourself. If you want to look like a strongman, or in other words, if you don't care about looking bulky, then bulk. Get strong as hell and don't worry about how you look. But if you want to look good, like, magazine model good or whatever, Calvin Klein model good, you got to work hypertrophy. You got to work like bodybuilding style. And that's going to require a cut. You need to cut down to about maybe 14, 13, 12, 11%, somewhere in there. So I would go with the calorie deficit, do some like bodybuilding hypertrophy style training, maybe do that German volume training, get in some cardio, pay attention to your feeding windows. So definitely take intermittent fasting seriously. at least somewhat. At least get 12 hours fasted, bare minimum. So make sure you hey, Rachel. There she is. I was just pitching your TikTok. Pim Pennsylvania on TikTok. That's my girlfriend. One more set. Oh, guess who's back there, Rachie? It's Almighty Banda. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, YouTube is getting annoying. Okay, you want to look leaner. Well, let me finish this. Yeah, you want to get leaner. You got to cut. You need to be in a calorie deficit. So find out what your maintenance calories are. Go just Google search for a calorie calculator. Find out what your maintenance is, and then go about 500 to 800 below your maintenance. And you're just going to have to do that for a few months or so. Get down to a comfortable body fat, comfortable physique, and then start bulking. It's basically a process of just swinging back and forth between cutting and bulking. Like I just finished cutting, and I had pretty good definition. I got down to about 11% body fat. And now I'm bulking again, back up to about 14%. I still have visible abs. But one day very soon, I will not have visible abs. And I'm okay with that. To me, bulking, getting stronger in general is a lot more important than how I look. I very much have aging in mind as well. I am starting to age. My 40s are kind of around the corner. They're not that far away. So I'm going to make sure that I age as gracefully as possible. So I'm not training to look pretty anymore. Let's see. Want to look like you, but leaner. So you're sitting at 20% and you want to get below. So I'll trigger warning. You want to get below that. If you want to cut lower than that, like I said, I'm sitting around 13 or 14% right now. So you got to put in a lot of work, and you got to dip lower than that. I don't know how much leaner you're trying to get. Like I said, you're about 7% away from where I'm at. So you just got to work on cutting. You need to be in a calorie deficit. Like I said, figure out your maintenance, look up a calorie calculator, go 500 to 800 below your maintenance, put in the work in the gym, keep going 5 to 6 days a week, burn that shit off. Get down to whatever. If you're calling me fat, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Then you're trying to look like Z's or some shit, which you're trying to get into like the single digits. Which if you are, that's going to take a lot of work. So for that, I can give you guidance on that, but I'm not a bodybuilder. So, I'm all about strength over hypertrophy. So training is no problem, but the food. Yeah, well, that's your problem. You got to cut back. What is the problem? Are you a binge eater? You have like an eating disorder? I'm not trying to be rude or put you on blast or anything, but you don't have to answer that if you're uncomfortable by that. But binge eating is that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. And in my experience with coaching people that are more prone to binge eating, you got to get strict with them. You got to get more restrictive, because at that point they're an addict. They're addicted. And it would be like if you had somebody that was like a hardcore alcoholic, and they're drinking 20 beers a night, and then all of a sudden they cut back to 1 beer a night. That's not going to happen. They're going to relapse really fast. And I can speak on that from experience, just from being a combat veteran and going back and forth with that. You got to treat people with eating disorders in the same way. If eating junk food is a problem, you got to completely cut it out. You got to get really restrictive. It's basically the only way you're going to be able to do it if you're a problem eater, if you have some kind of disorder. I don't eat chicken. That's my problem. That's not a problem. I don't eat junk, but I don't like to eat meat. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you're trying to build muscle, I know vegans will try to tell you something different, and they're right. You don't necessarily need animal protein. But if you're going the vegan route, I will say this. You better know what the fuck you're doing. And that applies to any kind of super restrictive, kind of unnatural diet. So vegan diet, carnivore diet, a ketogenic diet, you got to do your homework. Because if you do a vegan diet wrong, you do a vegetarian diet wrong, it's kind of harder to mess up vegetarian. But if you go vegan, you're setting yourself up for all kinds of deficiencies if you're not paying attention. So you got to do your homework, and you're going to have to get restrictive. Not eating chicken, I wouldn't call that a problem. I don't think that's a problem. I would go for something leaner. If you don't like chicken, I would still try to eat some kind of lean meat. So venison, maybe turkey, ground turkey. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a meat eater, so I'm an omnivore, I want to say so much about that, but I'm not going to right now. We'll save that for another day. Going to improve? Well, meal prepping is an option. I'm done with my workout, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Meal prepping is a good option. The way that I meal prep, I actually prefer to use a slow cooker. So I don't like cooking either, except breakfast. Every morning I pan fry my breakfast. There's something comforting about it. I don't know. I enjoy making and eating breakfast, but every other meal for the most part, I don't like putting together a bunch of ingredients and making something in a traditional sense. So usually what I do is I'll do a slow cooker recipe and prep that, right? So do something that's going to have like 7 or 8 servings, put it up in Tupperware and, eat it little by little. For me, it's chili. I have my own chili recipe, which I'm going to do. I did a video on it a while back, but it's a shitty one. So I actually plan on remaking that and giving you a complete nutrition breakdown of what's in that chili. But basically, you got to find some kind of a slow cooker meal that's going to be your go-to sort of comfort food. So, yeah, I hate cooking too. So you got to stay away from fast food as much as you can. It's not bad to eat fast food once in a while. Typically, I eat fast food maybe once a week or once every other week or so. Friday, typically I have one cheat meal on Friday, and then Saturday I'll have 1 or 2 more cheat meals, and then I'm pretty much done for cheating. And then I get back to eating strict. So you're going to have to develop a similar thing. Yes, it doesn't seem like junk food is really an issue for you. It's just cooking. No problem, Banda. Glad I could help. You know, I have no idea who the hell you are. You could be older than me. But yeah, slow cooker. Slow cooker is the go-to lazy person way of meal prepping for sure. Slow cooker chili. I'll do rosemary chicken with like carrots and green beans. What else? Chicken broccoli parmesan is one of my favorites. Burritos. I'll do I'll cut up some chicken into cubes, squeeze out a couple of limes, cut up a little cilantro, throw in some taco seasonings, slow cook that. And also a can of black beans, slow cook all of that, put it in containers, and then throughout the week, I'll basically take out a tortilla, make a burrito, throw some raw spinach on there, lots and lots of Frank's or Texas Pete. That's a go-to. Everybody I've had try my 17. Oh God, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense, Almighty Banda. It all makes sense now. 17. Okay. So basically, when you were trolling me on Twitch, you were like 15 or 16. Okay, that makes sense. Less than half my age. But yeah, so the chili, rosemary chicken. You just got to find some slow cooker stuff to meal prep. Typically, when I'm doing a meal prep in a slow cooker, I try to find things that have a lot of nutrient variety, right? So I talked about my taco recipe, right? So I got black beans in there, and then I put raw spinach on there. Or I'm sorry, my burrito recipe. I put raw spinach on there, right? So I got some good nutrient variety, basically eating some superfoods with my meal prep. My chili has got basically an entire heart of celery, and then like a giant can of pinto chili beans in there. I'll do a full episode on slow cooker recipes, on at least the ones that I go to, which isn't a long list. Probably got like 5 or 6 that are my go-tos, but yeah. Holy shit, where did all of you come from? Very colorful. I love your singlet. It's Bobby Feet. Bobby Feet from Sting Wings. Where are you guys coming from? What the hell? There's like a huge jump in viewers right now. I'm not a Russian. How much can I bench? 355 was my last one. 240 overhead press, 355 bench. Holding a lot of water. Cut the carbs and sodium, bloat lord. Yeah, I'm a strong man. I need to hold on to a lot of sodium. I have random tattoos. Tattoo. Grundle? The fuck is that? Oh, shit. Well, welcome to my boomer chat channel. What the hell? Does that Banda, did Banda just like share me somewhere or something? Yeah, the Green Day tattoo. I'm not going to get into the full story. I basically got that when I joined the Army. I thought it was some kind of edgy, symbolic thing of what I was doing by joining the Army. It was right when the album came out. So 2004, I'm an old man. No, I'm not a boomer. Closer to a Gen Xer. Wax or gel? I use gel. All right, we're getting some fiery questions now. What's so good? Boomers, low carbs. Do I have any social medias? I'm on Facebook. I have an Instagram page that I don't use anymore since Zuckerberg kind of fucked the algorithm. So I kind of stopped using that. I know the algorithm's getting fucked up with YouTube too. So, word on the streets is I whooped Kimbo Slice. What the fuck? I don't know if I could take Kimbo. Oh wait, he's dead, isn't he? I could definitely take Kimbo. I would pound them bones in the dust. Try Grundle. I promise it'll get you jacked. Okay, you're bullshitting. Isn't Grundle like another word for taint? You're like literally talking to an old man. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Have I ever killed a police officer? No. I was in the army, not in the Crips. Old people always have Facebook. Yeah, that's it. I'm fucking old. Thank you, sir. Because my sister got this shirt, and then I cut the sleeves off. Favorite protein shake has coom in it. All right. Using a bunch of 4chan speak. Got a bunch of coomers in here. What kind of roids do I recommend? I have no idea. Old man is getting famous. You kill cops and military men? Damn. Well, I'm scared. Definitely don't try to kill me. I'm totally not armed to the teeth. Yeah, it is. It's high in protein. I hear it's high in carbohydrates too. Fructose, I think. I don't know. This is just getting weird. Shit, I got like... I bet if I have any family members in chat, they're probably so fucking confused right now. You get your protein from... Okay. That's good. What's wrong with the Crips? Aryan Nation. Dude, what the fuck? Where are you guys coming from? Grundle Gang Gang. All right. Do we have any actual... Do we have any questions that don't have to do with Coombs? Yeah, whatever. White people are... They are what they are. Messed up what I did the other night. Mike Hunt. Dude, this is getting wild. Hi, family members. Say hi to my mom. I'm pretty sure she's in here. Good thing she doesn't know what coom is. Flex? Well, thank you. I don't train for muscle hypertrophy. It's more of a strongman thing. There you go. Is that what you want? Can I please take my shirt off? Dude, you guys are too much. You know, this chat was completely civil not very long ago. Kill cops. More, please? What are you doing? You got your like pants around your ankles or something? This stream has completely devolved. This was a productive stream. We were talking about strength training and breaking plateaus and weight loss. And now we're talking about coomers and boomers and all kinds of 4chan speak. Oh, that's really gross. No, I don't. I'm not a power lifter. And I'm like almost 36 years old. It'd be kind of weird. There's no point in getting super competitive at my age, I guess. I'm more into the strongman scene than the powerlifting scene, and I pretty much do it for fun. It's just kind of like an overarching, it's a way to have like an overarching goal to my training, you know? Oh, man, people have completely flooded in. My sister is a person. That's pretty cool. My sister is a person too. Actually, all of my sisters are people. All three of them. It's still productive for me. Please say my name. Christina Rivers. There's your name. Just curious. Good looking man. Do you cleanse? What does that mean? Like a juice cleanse? Okay. Jesus, getting raunchy, man. you're stuck in a plateau if you don't use PEDs. No, that's not true. I'm not taking my shirt off. I'll show you my abs. I'm not taking my shirt off. Freaking Coomers. Zoomer Coomers. Call me anytime, honey. The fuck? Am I dizzy? No, this is just I've never had this much engagement in chat before. This is interesting. Yeah, they're kind of abs. I'm really, really white. I'm like marshmallow white. So unfortunately, us white folks don't have very good muscle definition. That's why pro bodybuilders, they always get really bronze. They get really brown before they compete, because the darker your skin is, the more your definition's going to show up. Show up again. No, you can hit rewind, okay? I own an elite whites only sperm bank. Dude, you guys are freaking hilarious. I want to know who shared this. Who opened the floodgates here for all these Zoomers? No, I'm not. I'm sporting for 3-incher. Okay. So you want to be a bodybuilder? Who is it? That's a quote from somebody, isn't it? Oh, wait. Is that a Ronnie Coleman quote? I don't know. Saying black people are better. Black people got better cuts. That's why white people try to look black when they do bodybuilding contests. It makes the shadows kind of stand out. Like with me, it's really like there's abs there. They're just not very visible. I'm too friggin' white. I am from Florida. Does the carpet match the drapes? I don't know. I'm kind of chromatic a little bit. I got like some red here, some brown and blonde, and I don't know. Ask my girlfriend. She might be cool with answering that. I doubt it though. Okay, I'm not gonna say that word. Holy crap. A good head bandana. No, I don't wear bandanas. I could beat the fuck out of you in a fight, you weak fuck. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know if you would win a fight against my Beretta, but you could try. Word on the streets is you're part of Antifa. Okay. Yeah, I'm the opposite of Antifa. This is just like, I was going to close out a chat because I'm done with my workout. I was about to peace out here, but this has just gotten too interesting. Where in Florida? I am in Tampa. Tampa, Florida. Definitely a different color than when I first came in. What the hell? I could make your hair white if you're interested. Yeah, I'm going to use a gun. That's right. Yep. I will blow your teeth out. If you assaulted me, yeah. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? It's perfectly legal. I mean, I could always use a melee weapon, I guess. I'm not going to try to engage in a fist-to-fist fight with some random ass. Who the hell knows who you are? How often do I jerk? Oh, God. Well, I have a girlfriend, so not too often. Okay. I'm done my workout, okay? Yeah, I do touch my beard a lot. Gross. A Glock 17. Nice. I'm not gonna openly talk about what I have, but I've got a plenty. You just threatened to beat me up like several times. Owning yourself or defending yourself is not a violent threat. You just threatened to beat me up, and I was telling you why it's a bad idea to break into a stranger's house and attempt to beat them up. Because we have stand your ground laws in Florida. Any Coke? Fake vet. Man, Larry's vlogs. This is one angry cat here. Fake veteran. There's nothing more pathetic than a fake veteran. This is so freaking weird. All right, well. Man, where did you guys come from? This is so insane. Yeah, it didn't work well for that guy in Clearwater who killed that guy for parking in a handicap spot. Well, that's just uncalled for. You shouldn't be going around messing with handicapped people in general. Anyway, that was a fun workout. And the last, I guess, 15 minutes or so have been pretty interesting. Vernon? I don't know who that is. Is that another YouTuber? Uh-oh. Girlfriend's home. Obliques? I don't really do any oblique isolation. Mostly suitcase carries. Mostly just loaded carries in general. I don't really do a lot of oblique isolation though. Very rare. I kind of like rotational, medicine ball slams and stuff like that. But hello. My other half is home. Huh? Probably a good idea. All right. Anyway, girlfriend's home. I'm going to log off here. Yeah, I'm itching my ear too. It's because I put cocaine in my ears. Who's in prison? What are we even talking about? He tried to claim stand your ground. Well, that's because he was being an asshole. You don't do that you don't do that shit in public. It's stupid. Unless somebody's coming at you with a knife, there should be no reason to, shoot somebody outside. I was more talking about if somebody broke into your house, light that bitch up. Air them out a little bit. Where does Coke go? What are you talking about? Boof Coke in the butt. All right. Well, it's been a fun time. I don't know where you guys came from. Who's this Vernon fella? It's a YouTuber? Or are you guys just straight up from, oh shit. Are you guys straight up from Fit? /Fit/ Shunned you to the garage. Well, this is my personal training studio. This is where I actually train people. We do one-on-one training in here. Sometimes we do roving training in different gyms around town. All right. Well, I've had enough. It's been over 2 hours. I'm hungry as fuck. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know where you guys came from. Vernon's dad. Vernon is my son. It's hilarious. All right, guys. Scientology. Yeah, we got a lot of those types here in I think in Clearwater. I think like Travolta or Tom Cruise, one of those guys has a Scientology thing going on down here. Anyway, goodbye. This is Old Man Brian signing out. Later.